on the shortcomings of Starfield. And so now I'm going to talk about them some more, but from a different angle, because Starfield is the game, it is a recent game, but it is almost the definitive game that I should love, that I want to love, and I'm having a very hard time loving. Sorry, Starfield.
How about my foot up your ass, newsboy? That a big enough scoop for you?
I really don't think that's appropriate talk.
On this occasion, the angle I want to attack Starfield
The direction
is...
you're twisting the knife today is a strafing run across the bow.
Let me tell you a story about how I love space exploration, science fiction, the aspiration to explore space and strange new worlds and discover new things and push the boundaries of like human endeavor and human exploration. I think that is a noble goal. I think it is a very human and admirable thing to aspire to the stars. But I also, I have a long history of conversations with people who are like, why should we be spending all this money? And it is a fabulously expensive, dangerous, and difficult project to go to space. Why should we be spending all this money to go to space when we have so many problems here on Earth? Okay, heavy, I know, right? And I would have said then that
Might find an alien.
you might find an alien for one, and for two, like, it is so definitively human. You know, it is part of what makes us who we are, that we aspire to explore and that we aspire to learn and to, reach new places and really figure out where we fit in the universe. That is what I would have said. In more recent years, though, we have seen the commercialization of space by billionaires who, are making a real mess of it, if I'd say so myself. And I think it makes it harder for a Star Trek nerd like myself to be like, space is a noble and selfless goal, when actually I think what we're looking at is the aspiration to industrialize and commercialize space travel, space exploration, mining, whatever we can out of the nearest possible space bodies. And that makes it less cool and admirable. And I am coming in a very roundabout way back to Starfield, because what I need from Starfield is to speak to that aspiration and that vision of space exploration being something so exciting and so noble and so inspiring. That's what I need from Starfield. Starfield, let me tell you, that is what I wanted from you. I wanted your vision for a space exploration that is pure. Pure sounds like the wrong word. That is fueled by that passion, and I didn't get it from you. I feel like there was probably at some level in the making of that game, it was fueled by that enthusiasm for space. But in the moment-to-moment, expression of that vision in Starfield, I don't really feel it. And I spoke previously about how I think there's a difficulty in Starfield where you're in a pre-populated space. You're in these settled systems, right? People have been here and explored and figured out this planet has some, creatures on it. Maybe you want to scan them, but you're not making first contact with, an extraterrestrial intelligence. Not for the most part in that game. That's not the main vibe. It's more like space exploration has become less impressive. It has become less difficult. It's become less wondrous. And I think losing that sense of awe and wonder is a shame. It's a shame from Starfield. And that is what I was so hungry for in Starfield, because I want to indulge that space exploration fantasy that I think has become a little bit kind of tarnished, a little bit chipped away at by recent developments in how we think about space and how we spend money on getting to space, etc., and how we justify big budgets on space exploration. I think that is a harder position perhaps than it was when I was a starry-eyed little kid, and I wanted Starfield to kind of take me back there. And it didn't, and that made me sad. But there we go. That's Starfield. Sorry, Starfield. I'll still play you. Don't go away. I will still play you. Maybe I'll get there sometime. But But yeah, that's why I find it hard to love.